Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. The PulseChain Sacrifice Wallet has deployed $3.7 million and started buying PulseX and HEX. Now, for the PulseChain community, I am telling you the news. It is from the arbitrage profits from when USDC Depegged back in the first quarter of 2023. So why I'm saying this, friends, is because this news has just come out and everyone's excited. A lot of people, including me, I initially thought, oh, they're deploying the sacrifice fund. No, not yet. Technically, it's just the excess arbitrage profits. So I've got a post here just to show you. Okay, if we zoom in, this is my post back when everyone was losing their minds. Look at this. Literally, USDC was depegging. This is it. USDC went down here. You see down this bottom part, this is where the PulseChain Sacrifice Wallet used the DAI, right? The DAI, used DAI to go buy USDC because it was so cheap. And then it got back to DAI. You understand? So I forgot the exact profit made, but I can't remember if it was 4 million or 6 or 8. I think it was around 8 million. So I want to let you know the PulseChain Sacrifice Wallet, it has sent 3.7 million of that. So I know what everyone's thinking. The big wallet sacrificing. That's what I thought, friends. I'm here just to tell you, everyone just calm down. Yeah, I'm excited too, kind of, right? A lot of people also saying, well, should we even tell people it's happening? But now you can. All right, now you can tell people and not worry about hiding because, okay, it's like the US Fed when it comes to printing money. It's like they want everyone to know they're the buyer of last resort, but the US Fed really wants people to just buy it up naturally. So right now, it's not actually really being deployed. It is just using the profits. I've said to you many times, you're going to keep learning. And just so everyone knows, we've got to send this clear message out so everyone's on board with this. Now, of course, I don't know, as we speak, more could be being deployed as we speak, but I don't think so right now. $3.7 million from that was sent. That's sent to 7 wallets. And as it depegged, right, you got back more DAI, and now you're just using those wallets. So these are all the green buys. You see that? This has been happening since December. So it's a fitting thing to think about because it happened at the beginning of 2023, and it's like, you know, by the end of the year deploying it. So it's effectively what he's or the duck, right? Greg the Duck, who controls the PulseChain Sacrifice Wallet. What they've done is they've used the DAI to buy USDC repegs. Now you have like a surplus profit of money that we never sacrificed at all. There's like, you know, $8 million in there. And then half of that is used and it's starting to it's buy. So that's another way to like map it all out in your mind. And, you know, me as your friend, I'm just here just to repeat to everybody as well. So this is really the most appropriate news because speaking about moral hazard and all these other things, it's just interesting to think about how people consider this player in the ecosystem who like obviously really loves the coins and has a big amount of firepower. Because a lot of people, friends, when this news first hit, and we're just, you know, like literally like half an hour ago, when it started gaining traction, a lot of people, I started getting messages, don't tell anyone, don't tell anyone, don't tell anyone. And the thing is, I wasn't the first person to break it. Other people were breaking the news. But really now, I've been able to calm everyone down. My words, just to tell you, yeah, they bought cheap USDC off CoinBureau and Ivan. literally, I'm not joking, right? CoinBureau and Ivan were selling USDC as it was going down. Whoever controls the PulseChain Sacrifice. So Richard buys it off them, okay, sells it back to people who repeg, and then uses it to deploy that. It's kind of funny how it works out. it's kind of crazy, man, how this is a marketplace of things moving around. So everybody's just got to get that through their head. You know, I started receiving a bit of backlash here and there. People think that it's better that no one knows at all and that we just never ever report any of these. So please let me know in the comment section what you think, friends. Should I even tell you of these things that happen? Do you want to see moves like that whenever big moves like this happen? Now, here's one thing, man. For someone as smart as, say, Richard, I think it was very intentional. Okay, I think it's like, yes, I'm using this. People can put 2 and 2 together. I don't think this was an accident. Let me know what you think. These are the buys. Now, we're going to confirm as well. It's buying Pulse, HEX, and PulseX. So these are all the buys. You can see they started in December. And I'm mentioning here too, right? Richard clearly wanted to see market to see that the PulseChain Sacrifice wallet is buying in the background. And remember, it's only 0.5% deployed. But how do these things normally work? Now, I'm going to tell you. Now, this next part I'm telling you is fully speculation in our ecosystem. However, it's not speculation in terms of the real economy or with Ripple and what they did to XRP. So what I'm telling you is actually what happens in the real world, but it does not necessarily, we don't have evidence that it applies in our ecosystem. However, what happens in the real world is you see the public announcement number. When the Fed wants to hike rates, for example, now I'm going to do a bad way and then a good way. So when the Fed wants to hike rates, they hike rates, but what they do is they have friends, they're insiders, who will attack the bonds and the bills, the interest rate pricing, immediately on the announcement. It's planned. It's to send a signal to the market, you better pay attention to this. They have people to do that. They're always ready to go. Okay, just in case the market isn't like playing nice. Okay, so they have these people, there's always emergency. Contrary on the upside, like the bull case, the money printer mode, so that was money like stopping, money supply stopping. This is money expanding. What they'll do is they'll send the public announcement. First, they want people to notice the announcement. So they send out the beacon. They go, oh my gosh, QE here. Then they have their insiders with the cavalry. The cavalry is all the horses and the swords and the shields and the bow and arrows. Yes, all the money comes in after everyone's aware. Start really driving it up. They're smart. This is, yes, it's manipulation. It's how the real world works. They want all of us to look first to see the big announcement, and then they want to print like a big fat green monthly candle. Smack it. Just because they know the news, which they also control, will then talk to everybody and say, hey, the market loves this QE because we have confidence again. We believe that the economy is great. Now, as your friend here with a straight back wearing a bull hat, I'm now translating it to crypto. Now, what I'm telling you is speculation. I don't have evidence, but I'm just saying to you, if I was in control, this is just me, and I made 1 million ETH, as Richard said that he did to Eric on stage, and he wanted to buy his own coin, okay? If that was me, what I'll do is, you see that $3.7 million of the arbitrage profits deployed? You buy it up. You wait for the messages to clear everyone. So everyone knows, oh my gosh, the PulseChain wallet sacrifice is buying. Once it's cleared, you get your real wallets in the background to smack the living daylights out of it up. Because then what you've done is you've trained the market to now see that, you know, the PulseChain Sacrifice Wallet has 600 million. This was just a tiny 0.5%, friends. 3.7 million deployment. Now the market, I mean, this is me and you, without having evidence, it's speculation. You will see 3.7 million deployed, and then the story will be 3.7 million gets deployed, and the market does a freaking 10x. A 10x pump over the next 6 months. So it's leverage. Okay, it's leverage. And if you remember, notice just earlier, I told you about XRP and Ripple. Yeah, it came out in the corrupt SEC court case with Cripple, right? Yes, corrupt SEC still. Anybody who takes the corrupt SEC side on anything, you're an idiot. Okay, you're a loser, you're scum, you're a Soyboy, virgin cuck, you got a pencil neck, you got a hunchback, and you wear brown tarnished leather shoes on a Saturday morning before a formal event. Okay, so you got too many things wrong with you. No one can save you at this point. But when it comes to Cripple, it got revealed that one of the emails, a very, very bad mistake. Brad Garlic Breath, he literally told the market maker, hey, we're going to do this announcement. And when we do, afterwards, you guys need to slug it up really, really high. So he said it in just one of these emails. The corrupt SEC tried to say, oh, that was like manipulation. Not really, man. They're buying it up. They're buying it. Okay, remember XRP was dumping the whole time. So Ripple was dumping the XRP. They had profits there to deploy. So they're basically deploying it. Here's the thing, okay, if extracting value, selling is bad, okay, and illegal, then why isn't net buying good? Of course it is. You're adding value. You're net buying without selling. So this happens in the real world. Now, I don't know if it's happening right now. You don't know, right? You'll never know. You don't have any speculation. But I just like to let you know, this is what I'm telling you is there's bigger things at play, friends. There's people who want these things to work and to win. It's not just like, oh, golly gee, that thing didn't work out. Let's go away. So people who are bottom selling, people who are completely ignoring all this information, they are the ones giving up. They're the ones selling HEX, total HEX at minus 98%. They're selling PulseX, minus 85% below day one sec. Like they're selling any PulseX under day one sec. And Pulse is all 50% below day one sec. So these are the people paying enormous discounts. They're saying, I can't take it anymore. Now, the price is right. The price is very interesting. I'm starting with one of the most surprising things of all. This has really shocked me. So the PulseX to Pulse ratio. So it's the DEX to the layer 1 chain. Okay. If PulseX to Pulse was the same price as Uni versus ETH. So Uniswap versus Ethereum. Uniswap's market cap, 4 billion over Ethereum. If we got to that same ratio, you know what the price would be, friends? It would be down here. It would be literally down this low. And I have a log chart, I think. Yes, I have a normal chart. Look how low it would be. It would be down another 92%. So PulseX to Pulse is doing a lot better than Uni versus Ethereum. Makes sense, right? Liquidity bonded, better tokenomics and everything. But it just begs the question, right? If this was how much damage was done when we had all the bad FUD for the past, 6 months since launch, how high is this going to go in a freaking bull market? Is it possible this thing just shocks everybody and becomes good? Because we've never seen anything like this, friends. Every single person in crypto, they don't actually understand the power of DEXs. I still see comments today in my comment section. Everyone's like, it's just a DEX. The DEX is nothing, man. The DEX is nothing. They don't understand the true power of crypto. DEXs it's the heart. That's the true power. The DEX, the casino, that's the economic activity. That's where a lot of money can be made. It's like your own little stock market within an economy. You know what I mean? So the Pulse chain layer 1, like Ethereum, yeah, that's like the broad economy. Yeah, it's big and it's strong. It's less volatile. But the switch from poopy mode to rocket mode can be huge when it comes to these DEXs. And something important to keep in mind, because you also have obvious things like the tokenomics to tell you that, for example, PulseX, right, the buy and burn hit 3.11% of the total non-origin address bought up. So when I see these, I love saying this. I love saying that, wow, this is how low it went. And this can really shock people. This can really, really, really shock people, because most of the time the DEXs, they're only between 2% to 8% of the layer 1 chain. But this one, we are 28%. We're huge already. Imagine we become half again. We did hit that, by the way. The ratio did hit 0.5. Imagine one day it actually went up. It's wild to think about, but it makes sense, man. PulseX, it's the tokenomics, deflationary, and everything's buying and burning, and everyone's coming in for the casino. But also, you're going to expect more volatility in that, because you're going to have supreme euphoria and more depression in it. Now, what about the chart for Pulse? So this, I'm hoping, I know I'm drawing squiggly lines, friends. It's just this green candle has just appeared. I'm hoping this is a fizzle out, and I hope we just do this. Now, I want us to do this. Trust me, I just want us to go like this, okay? And Eric loses his bet. This is a 10x. By the way, just to remind you, if PulseChain matches Cardano, once again, we are up here. We do 2 times more DEX volume than Cardano. There is more people and more activity on PulseX. Just 100% straight out. More money gets thrown in PulseX. There's actually less people, okay, in the total ecosystem in PulseX, PulseChain, compared to Cardano. Cardano has I think 50,000 daily active users. PulseChain has 10,000-ish. So they're 5 times bigger. You know, it's funny. Just realized, friends. It is beautiful, right? Beautiful. I can share this with you. And also, I want to pump some music as well, friends. I'm going to keep pumping the music, keep bumping my head. Right. Cardano has 5 times more people than PulseChain. And its market cap is about 21 times more, which is very similar to the square of 5 if you use Metcalfe's law. So Cardano, right? So if PulseChain, right, does a 5x, so if PulseChain does a 5x on the user base, from Metcalfe's law, you should get 5 squared for the price increase. So if we go from 10,000 daily active users to 50,000, yes, it should get a 25x in the price increase. Roughly. It's not exact, right? 20x or 15 or 30, doesn't really matter. But it's around 25. Interesting that Cardano, see here, does have 5 times more users and is a 21x higher market cap. Isn't it crazy how all the numbers line up, friends? Isn't it wild that these numbers, wow, it's absolutely insane. It's probably the same community, the same makeup of people. So that I think that's a nice goal to think about. If PulseChain could get to the same number of people that Cardano has, ADA, what price would it be? It would be much higher valuation. Even to get to them, that's big, man. 20x from here. That's it's roughly 10 to 11x above day one sacrifice. I hope, though, we get a nice return back to day one sac. And unfortunately, there's going to be a break-even Soyboy zone. I already know it. Even saw Ivan joked about it. I know it was just a joke, but I don't think these things are jokes, friends. I think the break-even Soyboys, they want to get back at their day one sacrifice price. And I don't know how this is going to go or how long it does, but hopefully we finally do get rid of them. And guess what? I don't think anyone's selling for a 10x. Are you? Did you wait this long to sell for like a 2x or a 3x? No, you didn't. So these are just these targets to get optimistic for. So if you do get to participate in the PulseChain ecosystem and this does invigorate more demand, beautiful part is these can be considered strong core altcoins like they are in my portfolio, and you can keep stacking them. That's great. Chainlink is another coin I'll talk about. It's kind of on a dip, but it's not mega cheap, man. Now, I hope it keeps going higher. But for example, you can't stack Solana up here, man. People are buying it at $15. What, you think you're getting the deal of a lifetime at 100? What, literally like 5 months later? You know what I mean? You got to think about buying cheap and the advantages they come. So let me know in the comment section, friends. What do you think about the PulseChain Sacrifice Wallet deploying to $3.7 million DAI and buying PulseX and HEX? Do you even think it creates a moral hazard? Do you think it creates expectations, right? I'm glad I'm able to tell you, yes, technically it's not even a deployment yet. It's just an arbitrage trade from Ivan and CoinBureau selling USDC below peg, and then Richard buys it up and puts that money after it repegs into the ecosystem, right? But also maybe think about the hidden cavalry that could come in the future, right? That's what they want. People who want things to succeed, you want leverage. That's why, Bitcoin halvening year, these things start to happen. If this was any other ecosystem, friends, any other ecosystem, I promise you, you change a ticker, change a logo, change the names, I would be saying to them, of course, it's Bitcoin halvening. People make new logos, new tickers, new projects, new everything. Things start happening. The strategies start getting executed. So it all starting to come together. So hopefully this is like a sign that things keep continuing. But, if the prices aren't where you hope in the next 6 months, once again, man, there's other ecosystems that could pump around. You participate in the meme coins or altcoins, you still have an opportunity to keep accumulating more for as long as the market's going to let you. Until finally, we clear this zone once and for all. Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button, all friends. Catch you soon.